Domas Sabonis makes history.
Amazing.
54 consecutive double-doubles, surpassing Kevin Love's record. It's the most double-doubles since the ABA-NBA merger. I mean, you're going back a long, long time to the mid-'70s. That record has stood. Domas Sabonis does that tonight. And with the triple-double, his 25th, only 5 players in NBA history have ever had 25 triple-doubles in a season. Domas Sabonis is one of them. I think he is the most underrated and underappreciated star player in the league. And I think the good news is Kings fans see what he does every night since he's come to Sacramento. He has helped change the culture. He has helped make this a winning team, something we haven't seen a lot of in 39 years of Kings basketball. I admire his toughness, how hard he plays all the time. This guy makes people better. He's a good guy. He plays with an edge. He deserves all the love for this. He didn't make the All-Star team this year. He better make the All-NBA team. But to be honest, I'm not even counting on that at this point. What can you say about what Sabonis has accomplished, not only this year, but as a member of the Kings?
He's special. And, you know, I think I think you and I, like, we watch a lot of NBA. And what's fun to see is when you want to compare and see what else is special out there. And there are some special players in this league. There are players that see their ups and downs throughout the season. You're like, oh, are they playing good? Yeah, what's going on with them? Blah, blah, blah. Domas Sabonis is doing this every freaking night. It has been so consistent for him. There's been triple doubles this season. I will tell you that even sometimes we're like, it wasn't his best triple double. There's like maybe 2 of those that happened this season. Yep. And it's hilarious talking about a triple double that wasn't giving you what you needed. But all these other games, all these consecutive double doubles has led to so much success. And I think that's what I don't understand when he doesn't get the love that he deserves. I go, he's not an asshole. He's a good guy, and he's a team player that everyone seems to like that plays with him or around him, and they are winning games. They're winning games in a very difficult Western Conference. They're winning more games than the Lakers and the Golden State Warriors that get talked about 24/7 all the time by the national media. But Domas Sabonis doesn't get that love. And I don't even think he gives 2 shits about it because he just comes to work and he does his job. And how the hell do you not give someone love like that? Well, guess what? That's our jobs and that's what we're going to do. And I want to give him all the love in the world.
He has 67 double-doubles in 71 games.
Give me that.
And you're right. You know, I don't like spending... We spent so much time complaining about him not getting love in this league that I'm like, I'm not trying to make it about that tonight.
No.
About acknowledging what he's accomplished. And I think ultimately the one way you get people to wake up is by winning. You win,
Facts.
You have playoff success, then he'll start getting the love that he deserves. But, I mean, the guy's been doing it for a long time in this league now. And for him to come to an organization that has been a perennial loser, a joke, one of the more embarrassing teams in sports, and help shift that. And he connects with the fan base. The fans dig him. It's fun. It actually kind of goes perfect for Kings fans because Kings fans have always felt disrespected. They always have a chip on their shoulder as a small market. We're born and raised in Sacramento. We know how this works. And so he's kind of getting the same thing that we've all experienced in Sacramento.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him. Before we continue on, let's hear what Sabonis had to say to you and Drapes after the game.
What does it take to achieve something like that? What's the approach night in and night out to get to this point?
Just, making myself available for my teammates to play every game and coming out here and playing hard. My teammates make it easy for me, and I just try and go out there and do my job.
Yeah, of course, he just says teammates. Well, after the game, De'Aaron Fox talked to the G-Man, Gary Gerald, and here's what he had to say about Domas Sabonis.
He's out there playing hard, man. We came back from All-Star break, and he had, like, food poisoning or something. And we were originally we were preparing to play without him. And then he came in on the day of the game, and he's like, I'm playing. He's like, there's no way I'm sitting out. So, I mean, just his toughness, and he wants to be one of those guys that play all 82 games. He goes out there, and he doesn't take a possession off. He plays hard both offensively, and he's been great for us defensively this year. I think people haven't taken notice because he's in Sacramento, but, I mean, he loves it here, man. He comes out here. He plays for the city. He plays for the name on the front and, obviously, his name on the back of his jersey. But he comes out there. He does whatever it takes to win. If it's putting the ball in the basket, if it's getting a rebound, if it's getting a stop, if it's being able to get somebody open with not even passing the ball, like it's things that don't even go into the stat sheet. If it's, blitzing, he's setting a screen to get somebody open. Like he does whatever it takes to win a game.
Yes. I mean, that's exactly what I was saying, even on that deflection that he had on Joe Ingles the other night. Yeah. It wasn't just, I'm going to get my hands up in this passing lane and hopefully make things happen. He was so smart with it. He understood not only that he had it, he used one of the hands to tip the ball perfectly to like Keon Ellis to push it up the floor on this defensive set. He is just seeing something before it even happens, all the blitzes, all the different, and that's why it is so funny when his decision making could be slow sometimes when he gets the ball and then he gets triple teamed. But I also do sometimes believe that he believes I can power through this shit. I don't care who's in front of me. And we've seen it happen. We've seen him get hit in the face 15 times in a game. And sometimes I'm like, is he really getting hit? You look at his face at the end of the game. Look at his face at the end of a game. Blood, bash, bumps everywhere.
Will Z had some great numbers about Sabonis' numbers during this streak. On the season, it's been crazy, right? But during this 54 consecutive double-double streak that he accomplished tonight in Sacramento, he's averaging 22.2 points per game, 14.4 rebounds, 8.7 assists, on 61% shooting. He doesn't take a lot of threes, but 40% from three.
Efficient, making his teammates better. And he's the type of guy that always talks about his teammates whenever you try to talk about him. He hates talking about himself. But there's something very genuine about it. It's not this, just got to talk about my team because that's the greatest thing I can do. It's like, no, he truly understands and believes how his teammates make him better. For example, you and I were talking about how this defense has been better and why he can anchor this defense. And it's because the perimeter defense is getting better with even just adding Key on there. And he truly, I believe, understands that's what's making him even a better defender.
And the Kings, in my opinion, long-term are going to still have to upgrade around to be a consistent defensive team, but based on the pieces they have now, there's no reason why they can't be a good team defensive team, and we're seeing that on full display. Yep. He's a big part of it. His ability, like you said, deflections, but be vertical. He's tough. I mean, the rebounding thing, too, doesn't get talked about. I feel like we go, defensive rebounding, yeah, whatever. It's like, no, that's part of defense, is completing a possession. What did I just say?
Position.
Completing a possession by securing a rebound.
Yep.
That's part of
ending
defense.
The play. And he's one of the best at it in the league. I think sometimes when we talk like that, I'm passionate about talking about it because I honestly, I know sometimes we talk about the disrespect, the hate. I don't really give a shit. I just more like as a basketball fan, I love being able to push this out there and get so excited about it, especially because Sacramento hasn't seen things like this for that long and now consistently.
Well, he averages the most defensive rebounds in the league. There's no player who averages more than 10 except Domas Sabonis. 10.2 defensive rebounds per game.
My God.
On the season, he's averaging 13.7. That's number one in the NBA.
Way.
And I mean, if you start going to like the total stuff, I mean, since I'm going to double check this number, Morgan, because remember this, I told you about this earlier about his assists and rebounding since the start of the year. Let's just double check this. It might have dipped, but
okay.
I just want to see where he lies right now. Since January 1st, Sabonis has the most rebounds in the NBA. And the most assists in the NBA.
So since 2024.
Yes, since January 1st. We're talking about 40 games. Domas Sabonis has the most rebounds in the NBA
And assists.
and the most assists in the NBA.
Who's right under him, just to give people an idea?
So he has
First.
357 assists since the start of 2024. Next, we got James Harden, 339. Luka, 333. Luka's missed some games, though. He's missed games over that time. But
Fair.
you get the point. I mean, Jokic at 317.
You guys.
I mean, so it's not a Sacramento thing where it's like, oh, they all love this guy, Sabonis. It's not a stat pattern thing. The guy plays hard. I would chat. I know we have NBA fans around the world who watch our podcast. We appreciate you. We appreciate everyone hanging out with us. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe.
Thank
But
you.
If next time you watch a game or if you're going back and watching a Kings game, just watch Sabonis the whole time. Like, just focus on him.
That's fair.
Even when he doesn't have the ball.
Yeah.
Orchestrating, fighting for rebounds, playing with physicality,
It's fun.
what he does on both ends, because I think you would appreciate him more. Does he have limitations? Yes. No one's saying he's a perfect player, but he does so much good out there that I don't think gets enough love. So,
Yeah, I think especially for so many like basketball, not even a basketball purist, because you want your big to do what traditional bigs could do. You know, you look at like a Rudy Gobert or whatever if you're a basketball purist. But if you're just someone who's obsessed with the game and you love the way that the game evolves and only gets better, it's the little things. It's your center being able to corral a rebound and push it up the floor, not even having to outlet it to a point guard and finding the fastest way up the floor is with a pass, but with Domas and a push dribble ahead, while some of the fastest people in the league are running right by his side, it has created so much success and a lot of fun basketball. So yeah, a lot of special basketball being played by this man, and the numbers are showing it left and right, breaking records, all the things.
someone watching us from New Zealand right now, David, says, no disrespect to Domas, but without winning a championship under his belt, in no way in hell he's better than Chris Webber. Stop that right now. People are comparing Webber to him.
We're not.
Well, look, Webber's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Webber's
there's no
my
doubt.
guy.
But just it doesn't have to be a ring either. I mean, Sabonis still has years left in the NBA. Also, Chris Webber did not win a ring here either. So that's something that we should acknowledge for sure. Battle Rep says, more assists than every point guard in the league since January 1st is crazy.
Yeah.
Alexis says, he has limitations, but show me a player who doesn't. Exactly.
That's such a great point right there. I mean, and I think when we talk about anyone, right, it's, you know, so, and I don't want to get into this argument or this debate at all, but so there's so many people who talk about Tyrese Halliburton, especially this year, and especially what he was doing at the beginning of this year on the offensive end. I mean, you watch even his game yesterday and what he's not capable of doing on the defensive end just doesn't get, nobody talks about it. And I'm fine with that. He's a great guy, all the things. But I think
Still
if you are truly into this game, you better be pointing out his flaws if you're pointing out that he's the next up and coming star as well.